Yehovah, please fill me with the Ruach HaKodesh, that I may speak your words with boldness to those who listen. I ask all these things in Yeshua HaMashiach's name. Amen. We'll start with the Shema, listen and obey. Children of Yehovah, pay careful attention and respond. Yehovah is our power and authority. Yehovah works in unity with himself, and you shall act upon your love to Yehovah with your power and authority, with your thoughts in mind, with your entire body, and with all the muchness that you have. Yod, Hey, Vav, Hey. Hand, behold, nail, behold. Genesis chapter 26. A famine came over the land, not the same as the first famine, which had taken place when Abraham was alive. Yitzhak went to Gerar, to Avimelech, king of the Plishtim. Yehovah appeared to him and said, "Don't go down into Egypt, but live where I tell you. Stay in this land, and I will be with you and bless you, because I will give you all the lands to you and to your descendants. I will fulfill the oath which I swore to Abraham your father. I will make your descendants as numerous as the stars in the sky. I will give all these lands to your descendants, and by their descendants all the nations of the earth will bless themselves. All this is because Abraham heeded what I said and did what I told him to do. He followed my mitzvot, my regulations, and my teachings." So Yitzhak settled in Gerar. The men of the place asked him about his wife, and out of fear he said, "She's my sister." He thought, if I tell them she's my wife, they might kill me in order to take Rivka. After all, she is a beautiful woman. But one day, after he had lived there a long time, Avimelech, king of the Plishtim, happened to be looking out of a window when he spotted Yitzhak caressing Rivka, his wife. Avimelech summoned Yitzhak and said, "So she is your wife after all? How come you said she's my sister?" Yitzhak responded, "Because I thought I could get killed because of her." Avimelech said, "What is this that you have done to us? One of the people could easily have slept with your wife, and you would have brought guilt on us." Then Avimelech warned all the people, whoever touches this man or his wife will certainly be put to death. Yitzhak planted crops in the land and reaped that year 100 times as much as he had sowed. Yehovah had blessed him. The man became rich and prospered more and more, until he had become very wealthy indeed. He had flocks, cattle, large household, and the Plishtim envied him. Now the Plishtim had stopped up and filled with dirt all the wells his father's servants had dug during the lifetime of Abraham, his father. Avimelech said to Yitzhak, "You must go away from us, because you have become much more powerful than we are." So Yitzhak left, set up a camp in the Vadi Gerar, and lived there. Yitzhak reopened the wells which had been dug during the lifetime of Abraham, his father. The ones of the Plishtim had stopped up after Abraham died, and called them by the names his father had used for them. Yitzhak's servants dug in the Vadi and uncovered a spring of running water. But the herdsmen of Gerar quarreled with Yitzhak herdsmen, claiming, "The water is ours." So he called the well Esich, quarrel, because they quarreled with him. They dug another well and quarreled over that one too. So he called it Sitnah, enmity. He went away from there and dug another well. And over that one they did not quarrel. So he called it Rechavot, wide open spaces. It said, "Because now Yehovah has made room for us, and we will be productive in the land." From there Yitzhak went up to Beersheba. Yehovah appeared to him that said night and said, "I am the God of Abraham your father. Don't be afraid, because I am with you. I will bless you and increase your descendants for the sake of my servant Abraham." There he built an altar and called on the name of Yehovah. He pitched his tent there, and there Yitzhak's servant dug a well. Then Avimelech went to him from Gerar with his friend Ahuzat and Pichol and the commander of his army. Yitzhak said to them, "Why have you come to me, even though you are unfriendly to me and sent me away?" They answered, "We saw very clearly that Yehovah has been with you. So we said, 'Let there be an oath between us. Let's make a pact between ourselves and you, so that you will not harm us, just as we have not caused you offense, but have done you nothing but good, and sent you on your way in peace. Now you are blessed by Yehovah." Yitzhak prepared a banquet for them, and they ate and drank. The next morning they got up early and swore to each other. Then Yitzhak sent them on their way, and they left him peacefully. That very day Yitzhak's servants came and told him about the well they had dug. "We have found water." So he called it Shiva, Oath 7. For this reason, the name of the city bears Shiva, Well of 7, Well of an Oath, to this day. When Esau was 40 years old, he took as wives Yehudit, Judith, the daughter of Beri, the Hittite, the Basmath, the daughter of Elon, the Hittite. But they became cause for embitterment of spirit to Yitzhak and Rivkah. How can we learn to love our Creator after reading Genesis 26? Well, you can learn some awesomeness. We can know that famine will come and trust that Yehovah is still on the throne. Aim to live where Yehovah tells us to live. Trust that when you obey Yehovah, He will be with you and He will bless you. Trust that Yehovah will fulfill the oath He swore to Abraham our father. Aim to heed the word of Yehovah as Abraham did. Aim to follow the commands of Yehovah as well as His regulations and His teachings. Aim to fear Yehovah and not men. Aim to speak the truth even if your wife is a hottie. Aim to give your work to Yehovah and He will bless your work. Pray that it will be blessed by 100 times, as was Yitzhak. Pray to be blessed by Yehovah. Aim to be wealthy, to use it to build the kingdom of Yehovah. Aim for Yehovah to trust you with power for His kingdom and His glory. Aim to be productive where Yehovah plants you. Ask Yehovah to appear to you and obey Him. Aim to be blessed by Yehovah so you can be a blessing to others. Aim to live in peace with your neighbors. How can we love others as Yeshua loves us? We can teach others to follow the commands, regulations, and teachings of Yehovah. Bear one another's burdens. We can live in peace with our neighbors and be productive. Produce spiritual fruit, love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, humility, and self-control. In this beautiful night with Arianic blessing, Yehovah will kneel before you presenting gifts, and He will guard you with a hedge of protection. Yehovah will illuminate the wholeness of His being toward you, bringing order, and He will provide you with love, sustenance, and friendship. Yehovah will lift up the wholeness of His being and look upon you and will set in place all you need to be whole and complete.